Good morning.
Hey y'all, my name is Taquisha. This is our freedom song. I cannot believe what we are all seeing. It snowed in South Carolina, Zone 8B, and I am so happy about it. So what you thinking about all this snow?
I'm appreciative. This is the answer to prayers. Like if it's gonna be cold and it's gonna be a storm, it should be snow. And
Yeah.
here in South Carolina, this is a good treat for us. This is nice. So we're gonna enjoy it.
Yes.
We're gonna
Snow
enjoy it.
day.
Yeah.
Yay, that works!
No, but you just need a halo.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine yesterday. But
Yay. Snowing is definitely a rare occurrence for us. The last time it snowed, I think it was in 2018. The time that it snowed before that was 2010. And the time that it snowed before that was 1989. So when you see us all excited, just know there is actually a real reason. This is such a treat for us. I know it's a pain for so many of you guys, but we are finding joy in it because it is not something that comes often and it does not last. I'm surprised it's still here this morning, but it snowed all night long, and so I'm sure we hit a record. So I actually had a video all prepared for you guys. I was supposed to upload it yesterday, but I did not get to it. So this video is actually going to be before the video that I have for you guys. So it's going to be a little bit out of order, but it's still all relevant. I could not imagine just coming out here and doing this video in our winter wonderland out here. And so I could not pass up this opportunity to make this video and these memories that we can look back on like forever. So I have been planting a ton of seeds, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. I've been planting a ton of flowers and I'm so excited about them. There were some flowers last year that I really adored, and those flowers are the aster. I had no idea it was going to be so beautiful. We were able to get a couple of dahlias from seed, and I love them. They were so beautiful, so planting more of them. And then I would say my number one top flower that I was most excited about and like enamored with was the straw flower. I had no idea what a straw flower was, honestly. Even when I planted it, I had no idea. So when it came up and I started to learn more about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, how cool is this? And then it makes a great dry flower, which is what I want to do because I want to preserve the flower harvest. The straw flower makes a good dried flower. So does our statice. So statice also makes a really, really great dry flower. And so I'm planting a lot of that right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. The day after I planted our flowers, a couple of them popped up in one day, which is so wild to me. And that is statice as well as our baby's breath. Both of those flowers popped up after one day. I am starting them all in the house and putting them in our laundry room under lights, and after they sprout and the coldest of our weather goes away, I'm actually going to be bringing them out here into the greenhouse. So I started some of our flowers in trays, and then after that was kind of done, I went to doing our soil blocks. So I have a super simple method for doing soil blocks, and last spring was the first time I ever tried it. I felt like it was hard to really get some solid information about it. So as I experimented for myself, I've really just come to love the way that I ended up doing it. All of our plant babies were healthy. that were in our soil blocks, and I really love it. And so I wanted to show you my process for creating soil blocks. This is probably about 8 cups of soil. Okay. So here's the part that I never really had clarity about, and it is how the mixture is actually supposed to be. For me, the mixture feels like a really thick brownie batter. It is going to be the perfect mud pie. In my opinion, it is better to have too much water in your mix than too little water, because when you're going to squeeze it into your soil blocker, you can squeeze extra water out, but if it's too dry, it can really become crumbly and also prevent your seeds from germinating if there's not enough moisture. Simply put, all you're going to do is take your mixture and squish it into those squares. Squish as much as you can into the squares and pack it in really tight, and then you are going to just even it off. I'm doing this one-handedly, so the angle is a little weird, but that is exactly what you're going to do, y'all. I'm telling you, it works. With this method, my soil blocks stayed nice and firm, and I never struggled with them falling apart or crumbling away or anything like that. And so this is the way that I do it, and it really worked for me. Here I am showing you how much moisture is still in my soil blocks. You see, when I push down on it, you can see that the moisture is still there. I also want to make a note about the size of the soil blocker. You can use a smaller size, but depending on what you are growing, you might just need to put it in a bigger pot at some point. So super simple. I use a Pro Mix potting mix. I use vermiculite as well as some worm castings, and that is my mix for the soil blocks. So this year I also want to plant a ton of herbs. There are some herbs that I've never actually had success with, and I want to plant those this year. I have a better understanding of, I think, the needs and understanding how to understand the back of the pack. Honestly, herb that I'm like most excited about growing this year is wild bergamot. I mean, the flowers on this beauty are gorgeous, and so I'm like, oh my goodness, how beautiful would that be spread out throughout the garden. I think it's going to be such a wonderful addition to our garden this year. So something specific that I paid attention to on the back of the pack, which determined if I was going to plant it in a seed starting cell or if I was going to do soil blocks. If it said on the back of the pack that it had sensitive roots, or it said that it doesn't like root disturbance, and to plant it in a biodegradable pot, I planted those things on soil blocks, and that is going to be my experiment for this year, because I don't have any biodegradable pots, and I really honestly did not like biodegradable pots when I tried them last year. They did not break down. I don't know, it's probably the type that I had, but I just really just didn't prefer it. And so I decided that I wanted to see how they're going to be if I put them in soil blocks, because the roots are going to be out. I don't know if that's going to affect them or not. It's just worth a try. So all of the flowers that you see that I have laying on top of these cell trays don't mind being split apart. So I was able to sow them in these trays. There are also some things that I really wanted to bulk sow. Things that are going to be like medicinal in the garden, like calendula. Calendula is a medicinal flower. It's beautiful. You know, it's such a great addition to any garden. And so I know that I want calendula everywhere, and I know I want bulk calendula because I can harvest that and I can dry it. Another thing that I really wanted to have in bulk is chamomile. Chamomile also is such a beautiful flower. The fragrance is unbelievable, and it's chamomile, and so you know the medicinal uses for that. The third thing that I actually bulked is not a medicinal plant to my knowledge, but I wanted to have a lot of it as I am thinking about bringing flowers into the house. One of my favorite flowers, it's so funny, is actually baby's breath. It is so beautiful and whimsical, and so I really wanted to add that into the garden, so I bulked sowed that as well. Another flower that I will eventually sow in bulk is our sunflowers. I did that last year, and they're tough. Like I did it in a densely sowed method, split them apart, and they had no problem growing. So I know that I'm going to do that with our sunflowers as well. I actually sowed poppies straight into the ground. I don't know how the snow is gonna affect that, but I came out and I sprinkled some poppies on some prepared soil. Y'all know where I had all the zinnias last year, right beside the sweet potato arch, and I'm so excited about it. They are so beautiful. I did not have one poppy last year, so I'm trying to do a little bit different. I hope all the snow that's laying on top of those seeds right now won't affect it. That is my hope. My thought was, man, I wish I came out here and spread some lavender on the ground, because y'all know lavender likes that cold stratification, and so I just wondered if lavender would have been so happy about all of this snow. So as you can see, everything is frozen. No, I did not cover anything because honestly, forecast is going back and forth about snow, and it would show up like, oh, you guys could get some snow, and then it would go away. And so I really did not know that it was going to snow and stick, like be 2 or 3 inches of snow, because that's definitely what this is. That's definitely 3 inches of snow right there, just chilling. So here's our garlic and our onions. And we have our next shipment of onions. It actually came in. And so I'm so happy that it came when it did and that I did not have it shipped earlier, because I definitely need to wait until all of this is thawed and we have some warmer temps before I plant these. Well, you guys, it is a snow day for us. We are going to be out here enjoying all of this snow. When it started last night, we actually came out because we did not know that it was going to stick and be here in the morning. But we came out and we were playing in the snow, making snowballs, and we made our snowman. His name is Piney because he's covered with pine straw and snow. It's such a mix. But we made Piney late last night, and so to our surprise when we woke up this morning and it snowed all night long, is that we have plenty of snow to make as many Pineys as we want.
There's so much snow everywhere.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for joining me in the garden today, in our garden snowy wonderland. I'll probably never be able to say that again. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Until next time, my friends.